Hi there, welcome back to my Let's Play Dark Clued Blind. Oh my god, I have been through so much. I've been through heck and back trying to get this freaking, like, situation resolved. I don't know if you could tell. The screen is somewhat better. This is as good as I could get it. Okay, I don't even want to, like... Man, it's such a long story. I've probably spent, like, the whole episode explaining, like, what happened since the last one. But, yeah, I went ahead and bought the, like, I got the thing in the mail. The better converter. Plugged in the new converter. Screen is still dark AF. So I was like, okay, well, it's not that. I plugged the PS2 into just, like, a regular tube TV. And, oh my god, it is so bright. It is amazing. Even when it's, like, nighttime, it's still, like, dark, but you can still, like, see everything. It is so amazing. Like, it looks so good. So I'm just like, okay, so how do I get that, like, onto the OBS screen so I can capture it? And the answer is, you don't, because it's impossible. I'm gonna get slashed as soon as... Oh, man, I dodged it. Okay, did I say I was gonna try to work on someone? Probably. Oh my gosh. Barnaby's weapon does not work very well on that guy. I don't know, it seems like Barnaby's weapon works decently well on, like, almost everything. So it's kind of weird to be like, oh, it doesn't work on that? Oh man, this doesn't work on this guy either. Okay, somebody has to have a thing that works on it. Oh yeah, this sword has Plant Buster. Cause the last level or whatever. Alright. Okay. Let's say there should be a chest here. Stamina drink. Actually, let me check how many. Okay, I got room. A room for stuff. Yeah, so it's just like basically it's impossible. I don't know, like, what's causing it to not the best I could get a blue screen that said no signal. And it's like, well, isn't that a signal? You need a signal to get the blue screen that says no signal. Otherwise, it would be a black screen. If there was truly no signal, then there would be no signal. But when you get a blue screen that says no signal, it's like, well, I'm getting the signal that's like putting the blue screen up. That's a signal, right? Which freaking shows what I know. Part of me is tempted to just, like, use Barnaby until I have to switch. That way I don't have to switch when I have to, like, use the, or switch to Barnaby for the jumping thing. I don't know. I guess it's not a big deal. It only takes a second to switch. It is nice that they made it quick to switch dudes. But, oh, it's not open. Okay. I don't know, like the shadow made it seem like it was like the open end of it or whatever. But I guess, yeah, the chests don't open like that much. How come the chests don't open that much? The hinge would not stay at that level or whatever, unless it was like a very, like, tight hinge or whatever, where it could, like, support its own weight. Did I see? Yeah, I thought I saw. Oh, okay. Let's say I thought I saw a very large enemy, but 'tis not an enemy. Okay. Serpent sword is full. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I got another Shamshir. Like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? What am I gonna do with the chopper? We got so many thunder swords. Is this better than the, well, it's probably not better than the serpent sword. So why did they give us the serpent sword if they were just gonna give us, like, weaker weapons afterwards? Like, is there anything, like, redeeming about it? Is there any reason to, like, build this up? I mean, it's alright. I don't know. I don't see any reason to not just stick with the serpent sword. Okay, what should I put on it? Oh wait, no. I forgot. We gotta like look up the things to know what to increase. Okay, so we need MP and ice. This one needs ice also. That one needs metal. This one needs metal, undead, and mage. Jesus. Wait, is that the things that the chopper has? Is that why they did that? Yeah, it's got metal, mage, and undead. They want you to build up the chopper so that you can apply it to the serpent sword. I wonder if that's worth it. Because otherwise, like, it could take a long time for me to get the things needed to upgrade the serpent sword. Oh, maybe I should do it. I don't know. I feel like the serpent sword is, like, overpowered enough to where even if I switch to a weaker one, we'll still be okay, I think. Okay, so what should I put on this one? Do I have any ice? I am gonna need ice. Maybe I should put the ice on the serpent sword. That way I don't like... That way I get like 100% of the use out of it. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter since I don't have any. I'm tempted to put Mage Slayers on this one and upgrade it. But I don't know how much Mage Slayer I need. It might be like overkill. But if I put it on this one, I'll get less effect when I turn it into a synth sphere. Is it better to, like, just not... Like, should I just, like, not put anything on this one? Because I'm gonna get, like, less effect from it when I turn it into a synth sphere. I guess that, like, there's no point in, like, hoarding it. Like, hoarding the things or whatever. Okay, so what did this one need? Magic. Maybe I should just... Maybe I should just, do it or whatever. Oops. Yeah, it doesn't tell you how much you, it doesn't tell you how much I need. The fact that I have 0... makes me think that, I probably need a decent amount. But you know what? Since I have a level up available for this, I'll go ahead and put this on. That way I can get, like, the most use out of it. What else should I put on this? Oh, magic, MP. Alright, that should be good. So I'll go ahead and do this. That way I get all of the benefit from it. And then I'll switch over to the chopper and start getting levels on that guy. Do I have anything that can go on it? Rat meow. I mean, it is 10 MP. That is a lot. We'll maybe do that later. I might get something else that I want instead. Well, I'll just put it on for now, I guess. But, yeah, it's still pretty dark, as you can see. But, I'm pretty sure that this area, because it's a shipwreck, it's, like, supposed to be dark. And just, like, looking at this, I'm pretty sure this is, like, way better than what it was in the last episode, right? When it was all said and done, I was able to get it to improve somewhat. To where it's at least not, like, atrociously bad. Now it's only, like, kind of bad. But I'm pretty sure it's, like, this is supposed to be a dark area in general. I mean, it is a shipwreck. Do I need the key? Probably. I did get a key, so this is probably where you use it. Anytime there's, like, a door, there could also be, Oh, yeah, I forgot I had this cure-all thing. Maybe we'll use that later. Maybe we'll come across someone in, like, a different area that needs it. But there could also be one of those, things where you have to, like, hit the switch, hit the button or whatever with Chonker. Okay, so we actually have reason to use Thomas's weapon. We need levels for this guy, so I don't have to feel like I'm like wasting like an opportunity to like build somebody else up. Like we actually need to build this up. But at first I was trying to get the CRT TV set up, and I have an L-shaped desk. But you don't have to make it L-shaped. You can make it where it's just like a straight line, where it's just like a super long desk. And that's how I currently have it set up. So I was like, okay, well, is it CRT TV? Or is it CRTV? Whatever. Tube TV, whatever. You know what I mean, right? But, so I didn't think that this computer desk would be able to support an 80-pound freaking, like, tube TV. So I put some boxes like underneath it, and then I like wedged in some other things just to fill in the little gap or whatever to like support it, so it would like support the weight. But then I couldn't get like a signal to appear on it, even though like, dude, it looks so good. I was like so sad that I couldn't get it to work. And then the like buying like the better like converter like didn't help at all. Like, bro, like what is it about like HD TVs that like make the oh my god, no. Oh my god. This has like no what'd you see that? I got like Monster Hunter'd. Like I was so committed to the animation and I was like, no. Okay, these crab dudes are like hard. You lose a lot of like weapon HP. I was down to 4. I think you sometimes lose 4. Like I thought I okay, so you lose 3. Okay, you lose 3 every time. I thought that you lose 4. So when I saw I had 4 and I did one more swing. Okay, but we got it. We're safe. Jesus Christ. I like didn't hear the beep. I'm just like programmed to like not hear beeps for my job. Hello. It is weird how like the hook is like so small, but then when you use it, it's like giant. Okay, one more. Maybe I should use Barnaby on those guys since it drains your things so quick. Then again, we're at the point where that repair powders are like not that expensive. So maybe I'll just like tank it for now since I need the experience with this weapon anyway. Okay, so... Oh, there was only 2 aqua thingies or whatever. I don't even like know what they're called. This is like a new play session, so now I like really don't know what they're called. Oh, Atmatillion or whatever. Okay, so what do I need for this? I hear something like whistling. What? Okay, I didn't like pick up something to use on this and like not realize it, right? I'm pretty sure I didn't have one, but it, like I said, it is a new play session, so maybe I'd forgotten. But okay, we're done. We're out of here. Let's get out of here. Ah, the feather broke. Yeah, I think it is on a fixed time or whatever, because I was like doing like testing stuff. I like came down here and then just like didn't save it or whatever. And I was just like testing the darkness level, and I used the Drand Feather and it broke like right away. So I think it does have like a finite, like a predetermined preset or whatever amount of time that you can use it before it breaks, because it broke like almost right away when I was off camera too. Okay. And look how giant it is. Like, did they really need to make it that freaking big? Jesus Christ. Okay. That does look like a Silent Hill, like, shaft. Doesn't it? Okay, let's pop a save. Let me restock. I used a couple of things. I should probably bring some extra repair powders. And, so yeah, let me restock and save, and we'll go back in. We'll do the next floor. Okay, onward! By the way, I was running out of room. Apparently, like, for the weapon inventory, each character, there's like little like dividers in the inventory. So I think every character can only hold like a couple of weapons. So I was almost full on Thomas, so I sold... I had like a couple of base lards. I had 2 base lards. So I sold one of them. I checked the price. It sold for like 200. I'm like, oh, it's actually not bad. And I sold the other one, and then the other one was like 75. And I was like, oh, snap. Did I was I think one of the base lards was like built up, sorta. Or was like built up like part way or whatever. So I like sold it and like lost all the effects off of it that I could have synth sphered or whatever into like my like current sword. So I was like, oops, well, oh well. Well, now I know. But yeah, I'll have to make sure to take that into account. It does kind of suck. You cannot check the, you can't check like the status of a sword when you're in the shop. When you're in like the sell menu or whatever, like you can't look at it. Or you can't like, you know, you can't look at the stats of it to like see like what all stats it has before you like decide if you want to let go of it. But there was also a gourd in the shop. So we got a gourd. Maybe I'll save that one for the next character. Because I reckon the next character is going to start with like 3, you know? Oh my god, that's... Okay, so this is doing 4 sometimes. Okay, am I tripping? It did 3 a couple of times. Does it sometimes do 4? Okay. God dang it. You know what? I thought I saw the dot in this other room. But then I didn't see it, and then I like left. My arrow must have been like covering it up. I like looked, I thought I saw it, and then I like looked at it and I didn't see the dot. Right here, Jesus. No, it only does 3. Why do I sometimes think that, like, why did I thought that I saw it do 4? But we got a free Dran's Feather to replace the other one, so that's nice. But yeah, so sad. Could not get it to freaking work. Couldn't get the CRT TV to work. It's like so sad because like it looks like so good that it's like so heartbreaking that we couldn't get it to work. So like then what did I do? Like I tried like, oh my god, dude, I spent like almost like all day yesterday doing it. I took a couple of breaks just because I needed to like take some breaks. Just because I was like losing my goddamn mind. But it was like so annoying because every time you tried to like change something, you had to like unplug like a thing or whatever. And then like plug it in somewhere else. And then like just, I don't know, it's like plugging and unplugging HDMI cables. Like for some reason HDMI cables are like so infuriating to try to put in, to like plug in or whatever. Especially when it's like on the back of like a monitor. Okay, which I put on this guy. I don't friggin' know, man. I just keep this on. I could put this on the Serpent Sword and get all of the effect from it. So it's probably better to do that. I really don't have enough or very much like useful like stuff. I mean, I'll probably not want to build this up, right? See, everything in its grandma needs ice. I just need ice, wind, holy for this one. Pretty sure. Don't I have I thought I had some wind. Oh, I got 1 wind, 3 holies. It's probably not enough. This isn't my main sword. I'll probably just level this up a few times. I'll probably just get this to level 5 and then apply it to the Serpent Sword. I'm probably not gonna like build this up before applying, and you know, and then apply it. I'll just get this to level 5 and then just put it on this guy and we'll go from there. Okay, so is there anything else that the serpent sword needs. I just need ice and MP. I mean, I could go for, if I have any metal or undead, I could go for that one. I doubt I'll get enough in time. I don't have anything. And I don't need speed. I need it for this one, but I'm not gonna, I don't need it for the serpent, sword. I don't know what to use. Like, what should I put on this? Should I just put, oh wait, the serpent sword already has thunder on it, so I'll put thunder on it. I got, like, thunder, like, not out the ass, but, like, foresight kind of a lot. We'll do this, that way when it, when I apply it to the, thing or whatever, it'll have, like, more, it'll be, like, more thundery. Alright. Give us our 1 stat point on everything. Alright, awesome. But I was like trying, like, dude, I tried like so much stuff. It was like freaking impossible. Is the long and short of it. Actually, I think I might have tested how much the banana gives you. But I forgot. It gives you that much. Okay, good to know. Okay, so nothing else in Shmia. And I'm trying to think, like, what the hell else did I do? It's like, well, I spent, like, all day on it yesterday. Well, and then I stayed up until, like, 1 in the morning on Friday night. Woke up at, like, 6:45, naturally. I was like, sweet, now I have, like, some energy to, like, actually do it, because I was, like, so, like, exhausted, but I didn't want to go to bed with it, like, unfinished. With it, like, not, like, settled or whatever. Like, I wanted to, like, have it, like, done. Like, I didn't want to go to bed with this, like, unfinished, like, undone thing, you know? But eventually it got to, like, 1 a.m. I'm just like, dude, I need to, like, just actually, like, go to bed anyway. So I didn't get that much sleep, but I woke up naturally anyway. Probably because, like, subconsciously my body wanted to, like, wake up and, like, get it taken care of. And I spent all day on it again. Oh. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, I gotta think, like, man, like, what the hell did I do? Like, all day. Like, what all did I try? I was just trying to, like, get the... Well, there was a point where... I'm trying to think, like, what the... Like, what actually, like, was I doing? Like, for real, like, seriously. Well, it took me a long time to give up on the CRT TV. Finally gave up on that. Oh, okay, I remember. Okay, I remember now. I have a regular TV that I was gonna hook up to it because I remembered that I played Breath of Fire on PlayStation, it was a PS1 game, but I was playing it on a PlayStation 2. And so I did that. So I was like, okay, how about I hook it up to an HD TV that's like not a monitor? Because I already did it. Like, I don't remember having darkness issues with Breath of Fire 3. So that gave me like newfound hope or whatever. But I couldn't figure that out either. And actually, I went back and watched my old video. Because I was like, well, maybe there's like a chance that maybe I like said like what I did in that one, that I could like use my own advice from like a 7-year-old video. Yeah, these are probably all just gonna be mimics, because of course they are. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Apparently there's a plant over here that I didn't see. Yeah, that one like startled me a little bit. Okay, well luckily I got plenty of soap. I'm not too sad about having to use the soap. I mean, I could sell it for like 80 bucks or whatever. Oh. Oh, okay, for a sec I was like, why is it pointing to this? Because you could swap it out. Okay, never mind. Oh, so I couldn't get the, well, the problem is that by the time I was, like, trying to set up the TV, all of the other cables were, like, in the wrong place. And, like, everything has to be in the right place for it to work. So there's, like, 10,000 combinations where it's, like, the wrong combination. And there's only one combination where everything is correct. So I kept, like, I would just, like, unplug, I would just, like, swap 2 cables and then, like, check. And then be like, nope, that didn't work. Okay, well, what about if I put this one here and put this one here? And then, like, oh, that didn't work either. And the problem is that whenever you're, like, changing cables around and, like, plugging things into different places, every time you unplug and plug something else in, you're routing it, like, around other cables. So I spent, like, half the day, I would, like, unplug something, and then I would have to, like, follow the cable, like, around all these other cables to, like, see where where the other end of it was. And after doing that, like, 1,000 fucking times, it got so annoying, dude. Okay, so I did test, by the way, inadvertently, that you do have to have the reticule over the thing to prevent getting gooed or whatever. I did see that I got hit with the goo thing a few times when it wasn't on it. So I thought maybe it was protecting me, but then sometimes you can get hit with the goo attack, but it just doesn't, like, apply the goo status to you. Like, it doesn't work, like, every time, you know? Okay, so are we done with this one? I think we're good to get out of here. Alright. Hook it up. Where is the hook? Oh yeah, I did get this anti-freeze thing. It didn't even, like, occur to me that I hadn't gotten one yet. That probably means that we're gonna start running into freeze enemies. If you're frozen, I'm assuming you can just, like, switch, right? You can just, like, switch and then, like, go to, like, a safe area and then switch back to the frozen guy, and then and just, like, wait for it to run out or whatever. Actually, I wonder if it does, like, run out naturally, normally or whatever. I guess the other stats don't, but because that one immobilizes you, maybe they were nice and have it where that one is like a limited time one or whatever, or maybe that one wears off on its own. But basically, by the time I tried to plug in the TV, I couldn't figure out, like, the configuration, because you got the, because I use a splitter, so I was wanting to have it where you hit the button on the splitter, and then it'll send the feed back and forth or whatever, like, it'll, like, alternate. So you have the 2 outputs from the GPU that have to go somewhere. You have the input and the output on the capture card, which those have to go somewhere. And then there's an input on the splitter, and then there's the 2 outputs on the splitter. And so those have, like, things that need to go into them. So when it's all said and done, like, how many... I have, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... I have, like, 5 HDMI cables that each one needs to, like... Each end of each cable needs to go into the right place. So what would happen was... I would get, like... Every time I would, like, get a setup... Like, I would get, like, I would sometimes get, like, close to having it set up properly to where it's like, okay, I got this and I got this, okay, but this one thing is wrong or whatever. Like, this one screen, like, isn't working or whatever. So you would think that you would go, okay, so because I only have, you know, 2 out of the 3 things are working, then you don't have to touch those and just try to fix the 3rd one. But that doesn't work. Like, everything is, like, interconnected in a way where it's like you can have some things work, but then you still have to change it because you have to put it somewhere else so that the other things will work along with it. I feel like this is, like, I'm doing a bad job explaining this. But the logic that like, okay, this is working and this is working and these 2 things are not working, so therefore just swap the 2 cables and then those 2 things will work and then everything will be working, that absolutely fucking does not work. That does not work. Anytime you have something where it's like, okay, this is working, okay, so don't touch that. eventually you're going to have to touch it. Like, that doesn't work, because then there's no combination that would cause all the other things to work, because everything is, like, connected. So you can have it where a screen is on, but then the screen has to be on, like, in relation to, like, other things also, in order for everything to work, like together or whatever. Man, I don't know how to say it. But, I mean, I guess I already said it, but, like, just because one thing is working, and you're like, okay, that's working, so don't touch it. That, like, that doesn't work. You have to touch it. Like, you have to, like, there's multiple ways to make a screen come on to where you say that that screen is, like, good or whatever. So just because it's good, you can have things set up differently and then have that screen still be on. So just because it's working doesn't mean that it's, like, set up properly. Like, you could still have to, like, have that plugged in a different way so that in combination with everything else, everything will be on. So it was, like, infuriating, because, like, there were times where I would have everything, like, everything would work except for, like, one thing. And then I would try to fix that one thing, and then I would make it so that would work, but then, like, a different thing would go off. And so then I would try to get that to go, and then, like, a different thing would go off. Like, every time I was always like one thing off from having everything be, like, set up, like, correctly. And so you're never in a position where there's, like, where everything is set up except two things, and then you just, like, swap the cables, and then it works. I did finally figure out, it got to the point where I was just, like, trying random stuff, and now I'm sitting here going, like, it's frustrating, because at any given point in time, you could just be, like, one plugin away from having everything be correct, and you don't know it. And then also, and it got to the point where I tried so many combinations of things trying to get it to work. I'm sitting here going, like, at this point, like, I've probably tried the same combination, like, 4 times, and, like, just didn't realize it, because I'm not, like, meticulously, like, taking notes of, like, every combination I tried or whatever. But I did eventually get it to work. Like, I seriously should, like, make a separate video of this, actually. Hold on a sec. Okay, this is the setup. Just so that you can see how absurd this is. Okay, the console cable goes into the capture card input. Okay, that makes sense, right? The capture card output goes into one of the splitter outputs. The other splitter output goes to the GPU output. The splitter input goes to the main monitor, which is absolute dog shit. That is horse shit. That should not work. That absolutely should not fucking work. The input is, like, the single one that it, like, splits off, like, from or whatever. Like a splitter, it's like you got the one input and then there's, like, 2 outputs, and then you press a button and you toggle between the two. For some fucking reason, the main monitor, what do you call it? Like, the output or whatever, like the cord, the HDMI cable, goes from the monitor to the input of the splitter, which makes no goddamn sense. But for some fucking reason, that was the solution. See, that's how desperate I got. I got so desperate that I tried that, and then that was what made it work. And then the second GPU output goes to the second monitor just by itself, like, not connected to anything else. Because I want, like, one of the monitors to, like, always be the same or whatever. To, like, not toggle. So that one was an easy one. So, like, who would have possibly guessed? Like, I tried, like, every combination probably except for that one. Because it makes no sense. So why would I try that one? That makes no freaking sense. But for some reason, that's the combination that works. And, yeah, so that, oh, so what I ended up doing, okay, so I was able to get it set back up the way it was or whatever. Actually, well, I did that last, actually. Well, what I ended up doing is I downloaded Elgato's, like, software that I had deleted once I realized I was going to be recording from OBS and not Elgato, because I used to record with Elgato, and it sucks. It's like capture and recording, and back in the day, I thought that capture meant record. Capture does not mean record. Capture means, like, putting it on the screen, and then you have to record it. But Elgato has a capture and recorder built in, so I used to record off of Elgato, but because it sucks balls, it would, like, I had a lot of problems with it. There would be, like, artifacting and, like, stutters, and sometimes, like, little bits of the video would, like, cut out, and then I would look at the audio, and the video files, and I'd be like, okay, why is my commentary, like, why is the wavelength for my commentary like 5 seconds longer than the video. That doesn't make sense, because when it would cut out or stutter or whatever, that would desync the audio from the commentary or whatever. So then I had to go through the video and find where those spots were, and then like erase like gaps in sentences to like realign the commentary to like make it like to like sort of resync it. And then I had to go to a point where I reacted to something so that I knew that when this thing happened, then I said this thing. That way I could like know that that was where it is like synced up or whatever. So it was just a total pain in the dick. And so I got rid of that or whatever. So I deleted the software associated with it. So I re-downloaded that software, and so that software has things that you can like adjust stuff on it. And by the way, I am kind of glad that this series is getting like no views, because the more views it gets, the higher the chance that someone was just gonna go, well, why don't you just increase the brightness setting? Well, you think I didn't think of that? You really didn't think that I did not think to increase the brightness settings? No, I totally thought of that. Like, I don't know, like, I don't want to be a dick, but there's that part of me that's like, you think I didn't think of that? Yes, I thought of that. It doesn't work. All it does is turn the screen white. So, but like Elgato's like software settings or whatever, I fiddled with the settings and got it to where it's not as good as the CRT TV, but it's better like than what it was. It's like noticeably better. So I think that this is going to be the solution that we go with or whatever. This is going to have to do, and I might just start emulating games from now on. Like, I'm already like committed to this. Like, this game is already like on my console and on my memory card or whatever, you know, like I'm not gonna like just start emulating it, because I'd have to start the whole game over, you know. But I might start looking into just emulating stuff on PS1 and PS2, you know. If it's gonna be a pain in the balls like that, you know. But then again, it's like, well, since I do have the problem solved, maybe I won't. But I don't know, like, I would just have to like see if the image is like better. If the image is like the way it is on a CRT TV, then maybe I'll just look into emulating it. I don't know anything about PS1, PS2 emulators, so I'm gonna have to be like starting like from scratch with that. But yeah, so I figured out how to make it where it's like better, right? But then getting everything, so I'm like, okay, so I am gonna just use the same setup that I had originally, just with this software that I updated or whatever. So now so I got to the point where I was like, okay, all I have to do is get everything back the way it was originally. And oh my god, I could not, for the fucking life of me, figure out how to get it back the way it was originally. And that was like the most frustrating part. I mean, like, every part was like the most frustrating part. But I'm just like, dude, I had it the way it was before, and I just have to like recreate that. But I couldn't remember what plugged into what or whatever. And so that was why I like, dude, I spent like hours trying to get it just back the way it was. And then it was more frustrating because it was like that at one point. So it's like, I freaking had it, man. And then not only that, but all the stuff with the trying to get the CRT TV working, and then doing it with like the HD TV, and then like having the outputs where it's like one thing works and one thing doesn't work, and everything works except one thing, and then you swap a thing and now this other thing doesn't work or whatever. Like finding the one combination of everything that works. Like, turns out like I didn't need to do all of that. All I did was like, the solution was to just get that Elgato software, adjust the settings, and then that was all that I did. But then by that point, I had fucked around with all the HDMI cables so much doing other stuff that I'm just like, okay, I solved it. All I have to do is get it back the way it was originally. And it took me hours to figure it out. And then, like I said, the main monitor goes to the input of the splitter, which makes no goddamn sense. But I got so desperate that I tried it because I didn't know what the hell else to do. I was so desperate. Like, and it was like a frustration kind of desperate, and it was also like, well, it was my own fault. If I would have thought of that first to get the Elgato software, if I would have thought of that first, then I could have avoided all of this. And so it was a lot of like frustration and just like kicking myself, like, also. But yeah, I just wanted to get that rant like off my chest. I didn't want the rant to be like split into 2 episodes. But I also needed to like stop playing so I could like concentrate on the rant, on like what I needed to say. That's why you noticed I was having a hard time doing it while I was playing. But yeah, we got it good enough. It's good enough. I mean, it's like it's better than it was by a lot, I think. Like we're not like fumbling in the dark. At least I can at least like see somewhat. Yeah, it's not as good, but it's good enough. Okay, I'll shut up. We gotta end it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.